next president.
Welcome back to my channel. I don't normally make videos like this. Why? Because this channel does not consist of political views. However, I'm obligated to report. On Tuesday, I believe, January 21st, they're planning to arrest President Donald J. Trump. The point of this video is to warn you guys of what's about to occur. The biggest mistake the U.S. can do is arrest this man. The chaos that is going to cause, unjust of this system. Again, I know a lot of people may unfollow me after I make this video, or I may gain some followings as far as that. But I'm going to read to you a text, the 45th president himself, Donald J. Trump. Listen to this. Now, illegal leaks from a corrupt and highly political Manhattan District Attorney's office, which has allowed new records to be set in violence, crime, and those leaders is funded by George Soros, indicate that with no crime being able to be proven and based on an old and fully debunked by numerous other prosecutors, fairy tale, the far-away leader, Republican candidate, and former president of the United States of America will be arrested on Tuesday. Next week, protests take our nation back. So, quick rundown. During this man's time there in the office for the last 4 years, that man was been getting crucified and crucified. They attempted to destroy this man and they couldn't find anything. Now, they're trying to reach in the bag and try to find whatever is left. And guess what? They're going to try to pull it off and try to arrest this man. When I tell you this is political career suicide for anybody who is a part of this, I will tell you this, and I will say it on this channel, and mark my words when I say this. If they go ahead and attempt to prosecute this man, I promise you he will be the next president. 2024. Many will laugh, many will comment below, many will say some hate things, but that's okay. I'm for all the smoke, because you know what? Enough is enough. I know a lot of people do not speak up. A lot of people say they don't want to get involved, but if you don't get involved, you're a part of the problem. That's the way I always look at things. And this right here is the very guy who is trying to prosecute Donald J. Trump, President Donald J. Trump, and that is Alvin Bragg. This is the fool right now who is trying to prosecute President Trump off of what? He's funded by those elites, the guys that we do not see on camera, the guys that they hide behind the camera. Again, I know a lot of people may not approve of this video, but a lot will be appreciative of this video. Alvin Bragg is a DA out of New York City. Right now, he's been found where he's been funded by, again, all these elites, George Soros, XYZ. I know many do not know about it, but if you look into it, you can find out. You can see his track record. Either way, he's been trying to find something on Trump. So now there's a big controversy that's going on. So the controversy that's going on is that he wants Donald Trump in handcuffs, and Secret Service is saying absolutely not. We will escort him into the courthouse. He'll get processed, but he would not be left alone.
Manhattan DA's office has asked for a meeting with law enforcement ahead of a potential Trump indictment. This is coming to Fox News from a source in the courts. The meeting, which was requested yesterday and has not been set yet, is to discuss logistics for sometime next week, which would mean that they are anticipating an indictment next week. The same source who's familiar with the planning said they will go over security preparations in and around the courthouse in Lower Manhattan. Secret Service will take the lead in what they will allow or will not allow. The source cautioned, mentioning, for instance, that the decision to handcuff the president, a former president, or not, they will set the tone and will escort him into the courtroom. There will be coordination between all of us, the source said, but we will defer to the Secret Service. The battle will be between Secret Service and DA Alvin Bragg. They will decide how and when he'll get into the building, and they are not going to leave him. The source believes that the former president will still have to be fingerprinted and processed like every other defendant. So this is a huge development if Alvin Bragg has decided to go ahead with a felony indictment of the former president. This was a charge that the federal officials refused to prosecute on or even really pursue. This was a misdemeanor in New York that Alvin Bragg has decided to elevate to a felony, while at the same time downgrading other felonies to misdemeanors.
They're trying to humiliate this man at all costs and try to stop him from running in his next presidential race, in which he is going to win. Elon Musk said in one of the posts that if you prosecute this man or arrest him, he will win the election 2024 by a landslide. He's going to get the support of everybody. Watch. Biggest mistake that New York City is doing, biggest mistake that the deep state are doing, trying to prosecute Donald J. Trump. One of the biggest things, like I said, many do not, but I always say, if you don't know, go in there and find out. What the media has been proposing and their proposition out there is to try to portray bad information on Mr. Trump. For all these 4 years, throughout his career, his political career, they've been trying to crucify this man. And you know what we've always heard? Oh, we don't like how he speaks. He's arrogant. He does this, he does that. But in the last 4 years, that man did nothing but help this country out. He didn't have to give up his great life. He did not have to give up his retirement home in Florida to come to the presidency to get tormented by the people, for his family to get tormented by the people. He decided, he said, I'm going to do this for you guys. He didn't have to do it. Those are things that, to me, play a big part, and that, to me, means so much more than what the world has to offer. If you don't have to do something, but you still do it for the right reasons, you know what? You have my vote. You have my vote for that. But like I said, either way, I know this channel does not consist of that. And like I said, I am sorry about that, but I feel like I have to speak up, because if you don't speak up, you're part of the problem. But I will say this. Those that is going to protest in New York City, the real patriots, not the people who put on these hats, these Donald Trump hats, and go out there and try to break windows and assault law enforcement, absolutely not. Those that represent what Donald Trump represents, listen, go out there, protest in peace. Do no breaking windows, no assaulting law enforcement. And I know it's not you guys, but I'm gonna throw it out there. In peace, zero destruction. All right, we gotta represent. We represent God's people. We represent the good people. We don't represent those that go out there to destroy, harm, and especially do not touch law enforcement. But go out there, protest, however, not with violence. Peacefully, keyword, peacefully, all right? Peacefully. If you're going to go out there again, definitely always have your cameras on just in case things are going on. Any things that's out of the ordinary, definitely report it to law enforcement. Again, many may not agree, but you know what? This is not about agreeing. This is about speaking up and doing the right thing. The biggest mistake they're about to do is arrest Donald J. Trump. Suicide. Political suicide. Wake up, world. See what's going on. Truth be told, they're trying to distract the world from what's really happening. As far as the banks collapsing, they're trying to just say, hey, let's go arrest Donald Trump. And guess what? They're trying to veer us away from what is really happening. People, get ready. Get ready. The collapse is coming. And again, I don't know how many times I want to tell people every time I see them, get ready, get yourself ready. The collapse is coming. The financial collapse is coming. And I don't want you guys to get stuck behind. We won't be able to get our monies. These guys are going to be able to control. They don't want you to know the truth. They don't want you to know the truth. But like I said, if you agree with this video, comment below and tell me your post on it. Tell me what's in your brain. Comment all your thoughts. And if you don't agree, that's fine. Also comment below. I don't mind speaking. I don't mind having a good dialogue, respectfully. But again, this is the Adventures with EazyMann. I don't normally do this, but I had to.
By Rudyard Kipling. If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, if you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too, if you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lies, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good, nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, or watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools, if you can make one heap of all your winnings and risk it on one turn of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings and never breathe a word about your loss, if you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on, if you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but are none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.